Hello and welcome to the Bespoke First Podcast. And my recording's paused. I hope you got. Still paused. Still. There we go. I hope you all heard all of that, even though it might have been all chopped up. God damn it. Sorry. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Big Schmonk Friends Podcast. Just Big Schmonk here, ranting on good old Wednesday night when I probably should be asleep, but we're not gonna address that at all. Fuck that. That's depressing. Like I said though, man, there's nothing better than like the sleep of like just pure exhaustion. Today, I got home. I tore off my clothes. I wrapped myself in my blanket like a burrito, and I just slept for like a good, like solid 3 hours, 4 hours probably. And I was just looking at my phone and wake up, and I'm like, oh, God, that felt good. And, I mean, it's just like shit. That was needed. That's like having like, I don't know, like taking your medicine, taking a vitamin, going for a run. You're just like, wow, I needed that. You know, that was something for my health. I feel a little bit more like a human being. But now, I can't sleep. So, there is a karma to it. There is a flip side. There is always a yin and yang to the universe. That should just kept sleeping. Fuck. But it's okay. We'll get through it. I got a couple more days. Couple more days of bullshit. Which actually, I don't even know if I'll get my normal days off. I requested just next week is my birthday. I requested next weekend off, so I don't know if that will affect my schedule. So maybe I don't have a day off. That's the thing too, man. I'm like, it's oddly enough lately I have not even looked forward to days off to like doing things with people. It's just been like, oh, I can sleep in. Oh, okay, cool. I can sleep till noon. But it's just like, I'm trying not to have that mentality anymore. Like, I gotta start doing shit more on my days off. There's too many times where at least one, I've reduced it down to one instead of both of them now. But there is just one day I just lay in bed all day. I gotta rot. Just sit there and just like sleep until like noon. Just like not really do shit. Like a day to actually do nothing. As much as like you say you want those days, you can't really do that shit. You can't have a day where you do nothing. It's just not good for you. You gotta do something. You can never have a day where you just sit and do nothing. It's not good for you. It's not good for the soul. And then you just feel shitty about it too. You're just like, you go to bed that day, and you're just like, why am I even sleeping? What the fuck did I do? And sometimes when you have days off too, like you just fuck up your sleep schedule. That's a bad habit I do too. Like I just fucking go from going to bed at least like by like 10 o'clock, so I can get up at 5 a.m. to just like, there was one day, fucking one weekend where I stayed up till like 6 in the morning for no fucking reason. Literally like went to go do stuff, left, and I was like, I'm gonna just stay up a little bit longer. I don't really feel like going to bed yet. And then, yeah, just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to bed now, and I'm just like looking out my window. The sun's coming up. You're like, oh fuck, like what time is it? And then at that point you're just like, fuck, man, there's nothing you can do. I mean, like think about it. If you sleep like 6 hours or something, that's noon right there. A full 8 hours is like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's when you're just now waking up, while the rest of the world has been up for a minute. Um, and like some, I mean, I don't know if it's like, cause I mean, I do it sometimes. Like I'll sleep until noon. But most of the time, man, like even on my days off, I wake up by like 8 o'clock or like 9, and then I'd probably usually just go back to sleep because I have no reason to fucking get up. But yeah, still getting up early, which is like I don't know. I think I'm just hardwired for it. But like, or that's the thing too. Like I remember, I think it was like Jacob was staying over here one night. And he's like, "Hey man, we have to get up early at like 8:30 so you can take me home." And I was just like, "Dude, 8:30 is like sleeping in for me, so I'm good." Or your early and my early are not the same. Your definition of an early morning is 8 o'clock. My definition of early morning is like 4 in the morning. So just and that's the other thing too. Like it's so weird to see the world for that time. There's still like shit going on. I think like when I used to think just like at certain times of the day, like the whole world would just like I guess kind of shut down. And in most parts, it's true. I mean, there's very few things that are open, very few things people going places. I mean, I would say 9 out of 10 times when you're out in like 4 in the morning, or all the people that are like me going to work at 4 in the morning, and then also like truck drivers, fucking. But that's it. I mean, it's not like in the like if 3 in the morning the busiest highway is just like no traffic at all. I mean, you're just if you're not going like 80 miles down the highway, you're basically standing still. So I mean, it's weird to see the contrast. And then you go home like a few hours later and you're like stuck in bumper to bumper traffic. It drives you insane. Especially when you got no fucking AC, you're just going inch by inch, man. That is just like I don't think my temper is like ever higher. Like there will be a point where like it goes from like I sit for like 20 minutes, just going like inch by inch. I'll go fucking insane. Like I'll start yelling. I was just like come the fuck on, like Jesus Christ. It makes me never. It never makes me think more that I'm like fuck, man, I need to get my AC fixed. Like I gotta stop cooking like this. It's gonna like. It's probably honestly doing something. But it's not healthy for sure. To just like, especially the last couple of days, man. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm just getting home like fucking drenched in sweat, and I'm just like sitting there, just like, oh my god, I can't believe that. And like, and then yeah, just getting home, and passing out. It's like not the best lifestyle, probably not the healthiest lifestyle. But it's just it is what it is, man. I mean, you can't. That's the thing too about like I have a tendency to complain about things a lot, and I get that, and I think so. And I try not to do as much because I know eventually people get fucking sick of it. But like, it's just like shit. Uh, can't help it sometimes. Fuck. And I try. And, like, you gotta think about it too. Like, it's just life. I mean, like, at this point, like, I mean, things always have potential to get better. I know that, and maybe right now sucks, but maybe tomorrow's better. So, I mean, that's just kind of the mentality you have to get to. You gotta have just to keep trucking along, honestly. And but I mean, it's just what you gotta do to survive, man. You talking? I feel like, I mean, I got food, water, a house, a roof over my head. I mean, do I have too much really to complain about? Probably not. I mean, there are people without it, so. I mean, I can't imagine being fucking homeless right now. I literally saw some dude under a bridge, just like cuddling a fucking case of water. I'm just like, oh god, yeah, I would probably be doing that too in this heat if I had no fucking AC. They're just sitting in any shaded spot I could find with enough water to keep me hydrated, I guess. I mean, I can't imagine how much water you have to drink if you're actually just like living outside, like right now. You're sweating so much, so you gotta constantly be replenishing that. And then you might want to fucking chug a Gatorade down while you're doing it, so you get some electrolytes. Unless you're getting that from like food you're eating, which you might not be. I mean, if you're fucking homeless, I don't know when you're eating or if you're eating regularly. So, oh well, if you did have. Although I'll be totally honest, sometimes I think you could just like because like I mean, unless you have some people who are like willing to stop you. I don't know, like at the place I go to grocery shopping in Winco by my house. It is literally just like it's outside. Like you could grab a case of water and just walk off as long as no one fucks with. As long as no one's like, oh hey, you stop right there. You know, you could just grab a case of water and walk off with it. I mean, and they it's just not there's not much you could do. That's what I always think about, like stuff like firewood. I know like propane is like locked up, thank God, and so no one can just walk off with a fucking explosive tank. Um, but like stuff like firewood, like water, and some other like the random crap that like they leave outside of grocery stores or like home goods stores. Like I always just think like fuck man, like if no one's paying attention or looking, I mean, like, someone can just take this shit. And sure, you have cameras outside and stuff, but like most of the time, like unless you, I mean, and some of them aren't that good. I remember I worked at plenty of places that said they had cameras, but this shit don't work. Or I've even had some people say that they have like fake cameras to make it like look like it's places are like watched, but they're not really because they can't afford an actual security system. They can afford to just put a camera up there, but to have like the whole system hooked up and all that shit, no, they can't. Some places can't afford it. And I remember someone said that about like school uh, cameras, but I don't believe that shit for a second. They always catch everything here at schools, and I would hope they have a actual camera system in case like shit goes down. I mean that's also government funded, like shit. Something that's too. I saw. I don't know if it's true, but I saw somewhere like in Florida schools and maybe even in Texas schools, they were taking a bunch of shit out of like the curriculum, like a lot of stuff about the Civil War, civil rights movements and shit. And somebody, I think it might have been my fucking mother, who said that they were taking Rosa Parks out of the textbooks, which was like what the fuck? Like why? I mean that is. I mean that's the thing too. Public education already sucks. You don't need to make it. You don't need to make kids stupider. Like fuck. I mean like, and half of these kids don't even want to fucking go to school and do shit. They just want to do TikToks. Fucking, you sound like 80-year-old man for a second here. But like, I mean I don't even know. I feel bad for like kids like tomorrow. Like some part of me also thinks about like if I do I want kids? And like not really. I don't know if I want to raise them in this fucked up world that we're getting to. I mean like I couldn't imagine sending my kid to school after like the 50th fucking school shooting happening or all this fucking I mean like or fucking like I can't imagine having like a daughter who's on like social media and like having like 30-year-old dudes trying to sending her dick pics and shit over the internet or I mean it's probably the same thing for fucking little boys too. Like that's the thing too. Like I can I would probably have to give my kid a phone at some point, and that's them having access to the entire internet and like and you can have some. I mean, and I don't know if you want to be the parent that like blocks shit from kids' phones. Or like they're like, oh, my dad says I'm not allowed to have that, and then they just do it behind your back. Like I'd rather them be open and honest and just like keep an eye on it. And that's not like saying like free use, be like let I mean maybe just like I said, like if they have a social media account, you gotta follow them too. You know what I mean? Something like that, so that they can't be like. And most kids aren't fucking smart enough to go through all that shit to make. I mean, I don't know. I would feel like I would be so worried as like a parent. Like, probably just all the time. I would be like, "Are you fucking up to something? Like, you're not doing drugs yet? Because I'm doing drugs out back. You're not allowed to do that yet. You got to wait till you're older. Once you graduate high school, then you can smoke weed. Or once you turn 21." I don't know, but that's the thing too, man. with drinking, drugs, all that stuff. I mean, eventually, they're all gonna get their fucking hands on it. They're all gonna be exposed to it. All you can do is don't be an asshole, I guess. I mean, like, fuck. I don't know. I mean, that's my advice for parenting. Don't be an asshole. If I had any advice for people trying to who want kids, don't be an asshole. That's all I have to say. Don't be an asshole. If you're an asshole, don't have kids. You know, just simple as that. Don't subject another notch in the machine to go through your bullshit because you want to, I don't know, or either irresponsible or you have some weird urge to procreate even though you're a piece of shit. I don't know. I can't imagine. I mean, what's the joke that like, oh, this isn't working out. Let's have a kid. Maybe that'll fix it. I can't imagine people like that have that mindset. They're like, oh, this marriage is failing. Okay, fine. Let's have a kid. Maybe it'll fix us, or we'll be better for the child. And I'm just like, no, you won't. No, you won't. You're just gonna get divorced, or you just be fucking shitty parents. Oh man. It's also weird. I don't know if I mentioned it like last. I think I mentioned it last episode too. But no, today I was like, I confirmed it. Today is the day that I moved into this apartment. So a whole year on my own. Uh, Survived, still thriving. Hopefully, haven't been evicted yet. But I mean, it's gonna be kind of weird. Basically, paying that new rent. You know what I mean? Like, damn, whole year, and like a whole year ahead of me too. In the same spot. I mean, it's gonna be weird to like one day when you like live somewhere beyond your parents' house more. Because eventually, I mean, like think about it. Now that I'm on my own, I mean, I'm starting the clock, but like eventually, I'll outlived my time with them. So I'll have my like I would have lived alone or like lived without them, constantly around. Uh, Longer than when I was with them, which is pretty. I mean, I don't know. It's a weird thought. I just kind of popped in my head. Not like I'm all melancholy about it or anything like that. I don't even know if I used that right. To be honest with you, melancholy. What is melancholy? What is a feeling of melancholy? I just think about that fucking Simpsons clip where it's just like melancholy, a collie made of melon. A feeling of pensive, pensive, of pensive. Oh, my phone just died. Pensive sadness, and or something. I guess it's another way of saying you're fucking depressed. And I'm like, Oh, so yeah, you know what? I did fucking use it right. Fuck all y'all who thought I was dumb for a second. Uh, I was right. I'm gonna go get my fucking bong. I'm gonna pause this shit real quick. You know, I don't know if this is a bad thing or not, but like, I have rediscovered a love of orange soda. I gotta say, I had like a Fanta orange, like first time in like forever, not too long ago, and now I'm just fucking addicted again. I'm like, fuck, this is good. Sparkling orange juice. And you know what? I think orange is a very underrated and underappreciated flavor of anything. Honestly, of candy, soda, fucking other shit. Popsicle. Oh, everyone's like, oh, ew, orange. I'm like, man, give me that shit. That and like grape too. Fucking. What else is out there? Watermelon is a big contender. Like people either love it or they fucking hate it. Lemon too. Like start people are always like, oh, fuck the yellow Starburst. I'm like, give me them yellow Starburst, bitch. I love them motherfuckers. You know. Oh my god. Yeah, I was thinking about something at work today. A little philosophical thought, but like, it might be why I think so many people either enjoy this job or stick with it or like. Cause I imagine people aren't chefs for like no fucking reason. Some are like it's like the only job they could get, or it's a job. It's fucking blah 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 blah. Whatever reason, but I think there's a part of it that like people enjoy fundamentally, and I think it is making these amazing little pieces of food or like the super fancy shit out there. Like I think all the time, like man, it would be so cool to make that shit. Like the stuff that like turns into foam or or I keep seeing these like dishes that have like I guess like this cotton candy like substance on it, and they just throw it into the bowl, and it melts immediately, and it's like a soup or something. Which is just really cool. It's really cool looking. I mean, there's some shit. There's like it looks like an edible tree and shit. So I'm like, damn, that looks amazing. It's like a lot of hard work, and I mean, it's a lot of, and even just like a normal plate of food too. I mean, it's just like all the little stuff on there. It's like it's so much time and effort, and just like blood, sweat, and tears go into making something for that looks amazing, tastes amazing, and is all for the person that's sitting down at the table, and it's gone in like 5 minutes. Something you could have spent an entire day preparing, basically. I mean, it was just why also like some like Thanksgiving dinners or big banquets or stuff like that are so like it's like a weird like it's satisfying and rewarding, but like it's a very fleeting high, honestly. Because like you're one, especially when for someone like me who's in like I'm a chef, so I mean I do that every single day. So and sometimes yeah, I mean you have like a shitty day, and you just look at. There have been times too I'm like angry, and it makes like I had one guy telling me like, dude, I don't know why, but like when you're mad, everything comes out looking amazing. Like it looks better than when you're like having fun or not looking like you're or not pissed off about something. I'm just like, dude, I think one thing when you're like pissed off, and you're just like at your job. It's just like it's weird like focusing tool. Cause you're like fuck, I just want to get this over with and done, and so you're just sitting there focusing on like the actual task at hand. You're not thinking about anything else, or like what are you gonna do tomorrow? What do you like whatever other random thought pops in your head. And that's the one thing too. Like at work, sometimes your just fucking head is just wandering. You're not really thinking about your job. You're just like on autopilot. Like your body is just like moving, but your head is like just not really thinking about what you're doing right now at the moment. And then it's weird. It's weird like disconnect sometimes or disassociation of what you're actually doing or like. But anyway, back to my main point, and it's just like, and I was thinking about this like whole concept of like, something beautiful being gone in like, a very short, fleeting amount of time, and I was like, honestly, like, and this is just my personal opinion. I'm not trying to get all fucking philosophical and like preaching or anything, but it was just a thought I had at work today. It was like just sitting there chopping potatoes, like a whole case of potatoes. I was just like, like all this work and prep time and like all these people, like all the stress and all goes into all this amazing stuff, and it's all gone within like minutes, and just like it's turned into fucking shit in like a couple hours. And I was just like, honestly, it's just like this is kind of like just a metaphor for life in itself. But like a lot of times, it's what you choose to be. I mean, you could be. And I think it's all up to you. This is what you want your life to be. Do you want to be like some fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich the universe craps out in a few hours after you're dead? Or do you want to be something that someone like takes a second and is like, damn, that's amazing. That looks amazing. Or that, I'm not even just like appearance, you know what I mean? It's just like, I'm just like, wow. Just like, look at that. That was pretty fucking cool. Do you want to be that? Or do you want to be boring? Or do you want to be fucking just, something that didn't look like it took a lot of effort? And I think about that a lot. I was honestly, I was just like, nah. I don't know. Ever since I was thought about that at work, I was just like, yeah. What do you want to be? Do you want to be something where someone takes a second and is like, wow, that's pretty fucking cool, or that's amazing, or do you want to be a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich that the universe just craps out? We're all gonna get crapped out in the end. But do you want to be something that no one thinks about for 5 fucking seconds, or do you want to be something where someone takes a second and thinks like, wow, look at that? And that's I don't know. It's just like, wow, that's a good thought. I was like, I'm gonna think about that. I'm gonna say that on a podcast. That was good. That was satisfying. That was refreshing. Fanta Orange. If you didn't know, made by Nazis because they couldn't drink Coca-Cola. You know, this is actually, I'm like 25 minutes into this podcast, and this is the first time I'm smoking. Ooh, honestly, I don't even remember what I thought about that. But like, do I ever really remember what's on these rants? Sometimes not really. I will. Someone will say something to me like I think I remember. Like, yeah, I remember. So I was hanging out with somebody, and they're like, "Oh, I heard you talk about that on your podcast." And I was like, "I did? When?" Especially when I do these, like when I do these by myself, I usually do them like super high, maybe drunk. Um, which I mean, I don't know. I never got me in trouble yet. Never go. So I think we're chilling. We're doing great. Never. And that's the thing too. I make a notion of or uh, I don't know. I don't know what the words for it would be, but like I've never said anything on here I regret or don't mean. So I mean, fuck it. I like to say that at least these rants are a little unadulterated me a little bit. Just it's a weird thing too. Like sometimes I'll actually like listen to one of them, just be like, "What the fuck did I say?" But it's weird hearing like your own thoughts just poured out. And you're just like, eh. But I very rarely listen. I mean, I can't imagine listening to my own voice. It seems very narcissistic in a way. But like if like I've produced anything, I don't. That's a weird thing too. I don't know if it's like just like being afraid of someone like saying, "Oh, it's no good," but because like for me, a part of me is just like this. I could just like spurt out my own ideas and just send it off, and maybe no one I ever know will listen to it. I mean, and I started that with that notion in mind. I'm like, fuck it, why not? It's good. It's even possible no one will listen to it, so it's like there's no way it could be like a failure. But it's just like when you're like, I can't. So many people probably you're good at drawing or something, or you write something down or something. Let me see that. And you're like, no, what the fuck? You're just gonna make fun of me or some shit like that. And so that's when I like when people I know listen to the podcast, but like also at the same time, I'm just like shit. I don't know. It feels like it's just gotta like. I guess it's more of a motivation to be better. Just that way, like better quality, better use of my time, better use of their time too. Like, I just think about too, like what do people who are listening to podcasts doing? I mean, they're listening to two people or just one person, even just sitting there talking to them while they're doing whatever they're doing. They're sitting at their desk or doing some manual labor job that they don't really want to be doing. So they're just gonna listen to two people bullshit about whatever they got going on in their lives, probably. And sometimes it's weird. I mean, that's why I think like some podcasts that are popular are like themed ones, like the true crime ones. I mean, you're sitting there listening to like a mystery, like a story, basically. Um, and then like history ones too, or like there's ones that are specifically about things. I think just have a tendency to like gain a more of a following. Like the ones that are just like this, I think, and usually started by people who already have like an audience, like some like a YouTuber or something like that. Who'll start a podcast and he can just sit there and bullshit about anything with his friends because I mean they're just sitting there to listen to him. So, I mean, maybe should I be a theme? I don't even know what the theme of this podcast would be. I like the fact that I'm just like, what is it about? I'm like, oh, nothing. This is not about anything. This is just me bullshitting with my friends. Um, but you know, I mean, that's why I like doing it. So fuck it. That is my theme. I like to do it. See, this is the thing. I got like because I'm trying to like have like a bong rotation, so I'm not just sitting there smoking out of one because I have so fucking goddamn many. So I get use out of all of them. And I'm on this big ass one now, and I gotta like fucking, I almost put it in my fucking lap just to be able to hit it right. Whew. You know something too? If I had any advice for like a new stoner or like someone that doesn't smoke a lot, that's just starting out, don't get a goddamn bong collection. I know at first it seems cool to have a bunch of bongs and you're like, oh look at me, I have a collection. But no, I mean the maintenance, the hassle of moving them when you have to move, and then like you're just like, why do I have all these bongs? I only use like one or two of them. And like I like having like I have this big party piece. That's what I like to call it, which is like like you could hit it standing up if it's on a coffee table, and that one's cool. It's cool to bring out to people and go, oh my god, that's so fucking cool, yeah, yeah, yeah. But then like I only use it like on special occasions. I mean, and I gotta like dump out. I mean, like if I want to, because I'm probably gonna want to use it next weekend for my birthday. So I gotta like dump out all the water on it right now, clean it out, and it's such a bitch to fucking clean. And I'm like thinking about like, oh my god, if I drop this, I'm dropping something that's almost $1,000. Like I think that thing was like 900 or something, and the only reason I got it because it was a half off on Christmas. There's, if you're looking for bongs though, you should go to smoke shops when they have like holiday specials, 420 specials, shit like that. Because like sometimes I'm just thinking about like, man, I could just roll a joint. Still get, I mean, since I don't need a bong. And if you're gonna just buy a bong, I mean, get like a goddamn peak. You don't need all this other bullshit. And but I say that as someone, I do enjoy the bullshit though, like the ice catches, the fucking percolators, all that stuff. I mean, it is not. I'm not saying it's not like worth it at all. I'm just saying, just like if you're just starting out, man, don't deal with that shit, and don't get a bond collection. It's just dumb. Just get one good one, or maybe two. Like three, that should be your max. Honestly, I need to fucking clean this one too, but I'll go buy the salt and alcohol for it. All right, everybody. I think I'm done with my little philosophy for now. I hope you all enjoyed. We're almost at 10,000 downloads too. I think we're at 9,000 something. I gotta check. I might post something on my story about it if you're a listener that has preview to that or anything. But yeah, guys. Hope you're all having a good week. It's fucking hump day, all that shit. Almost over. Weekend's almost here, so just get through it all. I know you can do it. Goodbye, everybody. I love you.